back with another Q&A. I want to make sure that the lighting is fine. Maybe that's better. Or maybe this is better. I think it's the same. I have a question, and it's mainly about the shipping. This one comes from, let's call her Michelle. Okay, so she says, Dear Tibetan, I hope this email finds you well. I read that you are selling BO tonic. I would like to order your grass-fed BO tonic. Do you have a glycerin-based tonic? If not, I would like to know how much it will be as far as shipping charges sent to India. Okay, so one time I sent to India, and the parcel got lost. It was actually the second time that I'd ever sent an order out to India. And what I've learned is that India takes forever to receive parcels unless you're sending it like DHL or FedEx or UPS. So I'm going to say that the shipping is expensive because the one time that person did not receive product, we both lost out, and I was willing to reship the item, but the problem was that she was going to have to shell out a bunch of money for shipping. So in the end, we both lost, meaning I lost out on product, she lost out on the shipping that she paid. So when these things happen and you don't have tracking and you don't go with something like UPS or DHL, everyone loses and it sucks. And so she didn't want to have to pay again, even though I was willing to send more product out. My suggestion, if I'm ever shipping to India, it's going to have to be FedEx. So it's going to probably be double. You're looking at $69 just to ship, let's say 6 bottles out to India. As far as everyone else, like Canada, the UK, Mexico, Ireland, these places, I've never had one parcel go missing. Everything has been received, and it gets there within 2 weeks, if not 10 days. So the choice is yours for those who are like local international, as far as how you'd like to ship. So you're looking at roughly $29. It's still pretty pricey. But that's how much it costs. And you get an LC Customs number, and you can call your customs, and they'll let you know where your package is based off of their own scan system. It's not exactly the same as tracking, but it's something. It at least lets you know that the shipper did ship the item. And you also got to know your customs, like your regulations. I'm not responsible for lost or stolen parcels, and I think that's probably why a lot of companies just don't ship internationally, is because it's so expensive. And then you have the issues of, oh, I didn't receive my package. So you're always taking a chance. If I were you, I would have like a forwarding service, a place that, like, let's say, it's kind of like how, I think it's called Tenso. Tenso is like a forwarding. They have these forwarding mailing addresses. It's like you could ship, let's say you're in India and there's a company that says, hey, let's have you purchase your dream product, whatever that may be, and the shipper will send the item to our United States address, right? Or an address that's like somewhere in between. They receive that parcel to their destination, and then they forward that for a fee. They'll forward that package or parcel to you, the end destination, the person to receive the item. And I don't know how they do it, but I know they charge a small fee, and I know that they exist. I've had something shipped to some islands in like the Caribbean, and they were using like a forwarding service, and it worked out just fine. So you can always look into something like that, or look into having, I think I actually did answer your question up to this point, going into whoever's coming into the United States. And you mentioned your husband coming to the United States, which I think is a great thing. I always have someone says, well, I have family members in the United States. Maybe I'll just have you ship it to them. And then when I come and visit, I'll go and pick up my package, or they can send me that parcel along with whatever they plan on sending me, because family likes to ship stuff, right? In and out of the country. So you can always do that as well. So it says right here that you're actually living in Saudi Arabia. Since alcohol is not allowed in Saudi, I'm a bit skeptical to order alcohol-based tonic. My husband is planning to come to the US next April, but I cannot wait until next April. I have some questions. Those are, do you have glycerin-based tonic, BB, or your own brand of tonic? If yes, I would order one of those to Saudi. Okay, so here's the thing. My product does not contain any glycerin at all. And it's not that it's a problem, it's just that it was not what I took during my program. So it's also not as effective as a grain alcohol medium. A grain alcohol medium is always going to be a lot stronger. And even though glycerin based extracts are more absorbable compared to capsules, they are, in my opinion, not as effective and fast acting as an alcohol based medium. So not to say that I'm not, when it comes to making my own, because I do plan on creating with the manufacturer formula that's going to be as close to what I've been taking, to keep it simple. If they have the license to do that, which is just to use a really good quality grain alcohol, that's what I want to do. But I did contemplate, and I am open to using a formula that has, or creating a formula that does have some glycerin in it, because it does make it taste a little bit better, and it does create suspension of the raw materials in with it, and it is effective. It still does leach those raw materials out, those components out from the raw materials into the medium. So that's something that I am thinking about. But as far as right now, I do not have it. And it said that it's not allowed in your country, right? So I wouldn't even bother. I would say just make your own, or take the capsules and do it that way. But if I mean, look, I don't have any labels on my bottles. They're just sealed. It's just very discreet. Have I sent to countries before? Yeah, I have, and it's never been a problem. I've even sent domestic, and for whatever reason, the package has been held back. I don't know why, but I haven't had a problem with sending international orders this tonic. So if that's just your country's custom, then there's nothing can be done about it. And you would not want to just get one bottle, because that's not going to last you. You're going, okay, this is a tonifier, and when we say tonifier, this is going to have to be in the body for at least 10 months. At least 10 months, you're going to need to be on this bovine ovarian supplement. It's got to tonify. It's got to have that time to work. Things start working in the body like 6 weeks. They start working in the organs, and they start making them stronger, and they start nourishing them. So you can't just get away with just one bottle. It just would be pointless. It's too expensive. And one bottle only lasts you 2 weeks anyway, because it's a 1 ounce bottle. So you're looking at 28 times 2. And Bountiful Breast is expensive. You know, this was something that I was just doing just to get rid of some Bountiful Breast that I had left over. And I felt like this would help other ladies at the time when I was doing it. When I was pretty much done with my program, I had some left over, and somehow I got caught into this, and this is not something that I want to do, which is why this is my last batch. And since it is effective, I am planning on creating my own brand of it, because I believe in tinctures. I believe so many of us have gut issues, and I believe sometimes this is the only way that we can actually get results, get healing, get tonifying, whatever it is that we're seeking from a supplement that we're taking. So I always generally tend to go towards a tincture based supplement rather than a capsule based or a tablet based. And that's just for me, because I know I have leaky gut issues. So if you are sensitive to things when you take them and they're fast acting, capsules are fine for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if you can catch a sale with Bountiful Breast, even though it's still more costly and not as, in my opinion, effective as taking a tincture based, whether it be glycerin or grain alcohol, then I mean, honestly, like, this is to me the best deal. If anybody's ever wanted to try Bountiful Breast just to see if they're going to be well invested in the idea of purchasing like the full program of Bountiful Breast product, this is the best way to try it. You'd probably want to get 3 months worth, because then you're going to need to think about the rest of the 9 months. I was on my program for 11 and a half months. And this is generally a program you're going to want to be for 1 to 2 years. And everyone is different. But to say that you only need 6 months, that's a farce. Most likely you're going to need at least a year, or close to it. And that's just a fact. We're rushing puberty all over again. It takes pretty much 7 to 10 years to go through the whole puberty process to finish it out. We're still going through puberty in our 20s, mid-20s, then finally, okay, we're tapped out. So think of it that way. We're trying to do this in 1 to 2 years. So you're going to need more than one bottle. You're going to want to invest your time in research, and you're going to want to take money aside for the supplement itself. Whether you put it up for a little bit and then have to get more, that's fine. That's what we all have to do. I waited for a long time to make sure that when I did start taking it, that this was the right time, that I had everything. I knew it was going to cost me a lot of money, but damn, it's the cheapest boob job I've ever, the most cheapest and the most natural boob job, feminization, whatever you want to call it, fertility enhancement program that I've invested in, and nothing is unnatural about it, and I have no regrets. So you don't know until you try it. That's all I can really say. So if you can't wait, I would just get the capsules, snag some capsules, bovine ovarian capsules, and make sure you get enough for your program to see a difference. Remember, you're going to need at least 3 months to see if it is working for you, what you need to do to tweak it, but it starts at 6 weeks in the body. It starts to work. You start feeling some changes. I think that was it. So yeah, think $69 to your country, and that's tracking, and it'll get there generally a week it takes to get there. Since you're India, maybe 10 days, because I'm thinking like the Philippines, it's probably right around the same time as somebody receiving their parcels in the Philippines. So, okay, I guess, yeah, think about it and email me. Continue to email me with your thoughts and concerns, and I'll be on the next one. Toodles.